did you? All gone. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. I'm Natalie Corrigan, and we're about to take a critical look at the vaccine debate. That is, if you want to call it a debate, the further you look at this issue, the more you realize vaccination skeptics don't really have a leg to stand on. Nevertheless, they're having an influence on how Australian parents treat their children, and as a result, we're seeing a resurgence of diseases that were once eradicated. So what are we doing about this? This is not a vaccine debate. It's a war, and the casualties are young children.
We chose to vaccinate not only to protect him, but also the community, and basically we've all been vaccinated back in the day, so it's just a norm that we continue to vaccinate our children.
Once upon a time, parents could admit their children to childcare centres without any need for vaccines. But thanks to the new law, No Jab, No Play, that was introduced earlier this year, this is a thing of the past.
As soon as we knew that it was coming, we knew that it just worked as coincidence that the children who were unimmunised here were actually doing their last year of kinder, so they were going to be leaving the service anyway, and there was nobody else within the service that was unimmunised. I guess my only thing was it would be interesting to see what kind of impact it may have on our enrolment and our utilisation. I think it's pretty clear now. There is a bit of a loophole with the catch-up program. So it means that families can access a 6-week catch-up program. So if they haven't immunised their children, they can go under this 16-week catch-up program, so they're not excluded. However, they can keep applying. There's no stoppage on that, so they can actually keep applying for the 16-week catch-up. So there is a loophole there.
Just over and over.
Over and over and over and over again.
Dr. Jo Garra is part of the Immunise Melbourne initiative, encouraging parents to vaccinate their children early.
Access to vaccinations possible?
Yeah, I'll try to explain the evidence behind the benefits of immunisation and talk to a little bit about the diseases that they prevent and try and say, well, these diseases we've wiped out virtually because of immunisation. The autism one, a lot of people mention that, which is really frustrating because it's based on the one study that's been totally discredited. I said, look, that study doesn't exist anymore. If you try and search the archives, it's actually been wiped because it was found to be a fraudulent study.
Since there is a small but vocal minority, it's because of organisations like the Australian Vaccination Skeptics Network. Have you heard of them?
I knew what they used to be called, which was the Australian Vaccination Network, which I thought was a very, I suppose, naughty term to be, because it sounded like they were pro-vaccination but actually against vaccination. So people, the mere name they used to have gave them this semblance of authority, which it wasn't at all.
Now, the president of that club is called Tasha David, and here are some, I'm going to read out some claims in an article she had published in a major publication, and I just want to get your medical opinion. Okay. So buckle up. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Now, she has 8 children.
Right.
She has the two youngest children, after what she calls her own personal research, she chose not to vaccinate at all.
Okay.
Now, she claims that 6 of her children who were vaccinated have a wide variety of health conditions, and the 2 that don't have never been sick at all. Now, to discuss some of these medical conditions that she's listed, they range from moderate to severe autism, ADHD, language disorders, severe mood swings. They've also suffered from chronic ear infections, bronchiolitis, asthma, eczema, psoriasis, urinary infections, gastrointestinal and autoimmune disorders, allergies, chemical sensitivities, and intolerances. And she believes that despite much genetic testing, she attributes this to vaccines. Is there any merit to this, or any of it whatsoever?
Like, if she was true, why are we seeing why is it every child who's been vaccinated got those problems? I mean, it sounds a bit sad that you've got so many kids with problems, but to link it to a vaccination without any proof is just ridiculous. You can't make those claims without any evidence to back it up.
And
There's no debate. The science is for vaccination.